What up, y'all? Justin Gay, C to Zanzidu. How to get into farmers markets, or what kind of certification does it take to get into a farmers market? I was out here getting ready to harvest these things up, and I was like, shoot, man, I can kind of answer that question. And while I'm out here doing this, kinda. Actually, hold on, let me knock this out first. For those of you guys that are not subscribed, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now, as well as the little dinga on the side to let you guys know when I upload a video. For all you guys that have already subscribed, thank you so much, man. It means a lot. Thank you. Certification for farmers markets. This video, bring this closer so I have a place to rest my arm, man. This video is going to be more so, I guess, kind of region specific. I live in Southern California, and so therefore the rules that I know are pertain to Southern California. So if you live outside of California, I think the best thing that you can actually do when it comes to getting into a farmer's market, actually pretty much, even if you do live in California, is to go down to your local farmer's market, let them know what it is that you want to do, and more than likely the person that is managing that market will let you guys know straight up what it is, what it takes, the certification if there is any, or whatever it is that you need for your state. The way that this kind of goes down and the prices of all these things that I'm about to tell you kind of are county specific. I've now grown in 2 different counties and kind of had different prices, bit different rules, stuff like that. So you want to keep that in mind. School's out, or lunchtime. But I guess we can also throw in restaurants as well. We'll start with the restaurant thing. Restaurants, as of right now, at least all the ones that I service, they don't need any kind of certification. Pretty much make an agreement with the restaurant owner, the chef, if they're not the same person, and start giving them your produce. When farmers markets are concerned, there is one certification that you do need, and that is a certification that is basically saying that you pretty much are selling what it is that you're growing. Some caveats to that: you can actually sell what other people are growing as well, like other farms underneath your tent. I think you have to claim that farm as well on your cert. Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. There's a lot of things that could really work out, man. You just have to take the time and get this stuff done. This is not an organic cert at all. This cert is basically telling your customer that you are certified to sell what it is that you are growing. Now, unfortunately, obtaining this certification can be a deal breaker for some people because there is a bit of a cost that's associated with it. So basically, the first thing that you need to do is call your county's weights and measures. They will assign an agent that is in your area, or an agent that's kind of already assigned to your area. That agent will come to your house and basically verify what it is that you have on the plot. Keep this in mind: you are paying for that agent to get to your plot from wherever that agent's at. You're also paying for them at the weights and measures to actually type up your certification. You're also paying for the amount of time that that agent is on your plot. These are very important things to remember. Now, 2 of those you have absolutely no control over. You don't know where this cat's coming from, and hopefully they're fast typers. The one thing that you do have control over to a certain extent is the amount of time that that agent's going to be on your plot. Like I was saying before, obtaining this cert can actually be a deal breaker for some people because of the amount of time that that agent is actually on their plot. If you know where things are on your plot, the better it's going to be for you. Now, I've heard people say, oh, we run a diverse farm and we can't, organize. The way that I look at it, man, the more diverse you are, the more organized you kind of need to be, right? Especially if you're going to get into a farmer's market. The way it normally works for me is this: I call out the agent, he comes. Hopefully one of these days it'll be cool to get an interview with the agent, man, so that you can kind of fill you guys in with some things. Basically, the agent comes and we just walk the plot. So like when the agent comes out, it's really easy for them to see what it is I have growing. There's a form that you have to fill out. Fill out the application. Just go to your county. Sometimes this could be hidden, but rather than the Consumer Protection Division, you may have to call to find out exactly where it's at as well. Welcome agriculture. Very important right here. We go to it's pretty self-explanatory. Name, address, where your DBA is, city. But these are just your different sites. So when we used to have multiple sites, I would have one right here, the Upland, Rancho, Walnut. Actually, Yeah, it's just kind of pertaining to the county that they're in. So Walnut wouldn't be in that because Walnut's Los Angeles. Actually, it's a storage as well. So there's site 1, site 2, site 3, site 4, and you list it right here as well. And this is your commodity, or the produce grown, variety. Let's fill this stuff all out, guys. You want to know pretty much right here, harvest season, how long you plan on being able to grow this crop. Season altering device, like if you have any kind of extension, greenhouse tunnels, heated, whatever. Monthly storage. So this is basically just, you know, making sure you grow what it is you say that you, or you can sell what it is that you say that you grow. This area right here is kind of the area that I was talking about. This is, if I'm not mistaken, where you can actually sell. Basically, you can sell other people's grown produce, or produce that was grown like on another farm. This right here is where you put, I guess, all their certificate information. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that's what this is. A lot of times too, as opposed to just using this because there's not a lot, I will often use an Excel spreadsheet. And I'll send that Excel spreadsheet in as well. You fill that out, and then you send that back to the county. When you send that back to the county, that agent now has a list of what it is that you're growing. The way that I like to go about it is actually have that list listed out in the order of which my plot is kind of laid out at that time. That way we can actually just walk through the plot, and I can just point out what it is that I'm saying that I'm growing, just kind of zip through it real fast. Then we get to the backyard, and I do it again. Right? So like I was saying before, I'm pretty small, so it's pretty easy for me to go about doing this. With the agents, it doesn't take a lot. Now, when it comes to the microgreens, it's kind of the same thing. I like to keep our microgreens on racks of, for the most part, of variety. You know what I mean? So I can show that I'm growing pea. I can now show them that I'm growing radish. Here's more radish. We can show them that we're growing broccoli. Even though you don't have to have a lot, you know what I mean? At the time the agent comes out, you at least want to be able to estimate the amount that you're going to be able to sell throughout the course of the year. Because that's another question that's going to be on that little form that you have to fill out anyway. And that's just for them just to verify it and be like, oh dude, you're only on, you're on less than a quarter of an acre. How in the hell are you growing, you know, thousands of pounds of lettuce greens? You know what I mean? Kind of just make sure that you're being honest with what it is. That's all that weight really is about. Pretty much just that, guys. Don't make this any harder than what it has to be, guys. It can go really, really fast as long as you're organized. It's a pretty simple process. Also find the cooler you are with the agents, of course, the cooler they're going to be with you. I haven't really had anybody give me a hard time at all. In fact, a lot of the agents, they give me a call and they're like, hey Justin, it's time to renew. I mean, and then they just come out, you know, they actually make it a lot easier for me when it is time for them to come out. And I believe because we've kind of built a relationship over the course of the years. That's another thing too. You'll actually have, for the most part, the same agent that's going to be in your area for some time until that person moves on to, you know, another job or whatever the case may be. You kind of want to keep a cool relationship with them. And most of the time they're cool people. Another reason too, man, they actually have the skinny on what's going on around you. You know what I mean? So they'll let you know, hey, so-and-so is growing this over there. This is what they're doing. This farmer's market is cranking. Maybe you should think about getting to this farmer's market because they're not doing any microgreens there. So anyway, guys, that's pretty much going to do it for me. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I hope this video helps. I'm Justin Gay. This is C to Z, y'all. Peace.